Have you ever found yourself wondering, how can I make her miss me? Maybe it's an ex you're hoping to reconnect with, a girl you're dating but haven't yet reached that next level with, or someone who seems to be slipping away. Whatever the situation, the question remains the same. But here's the thing. Making her miss you isn't about playing mind games or following the usual advice everyone throws around. It's about flipping the script in a way that feels natural, effortless, and most importantly, true to who you are. So here's a little twist for you. What if the secret to making her miss you isn't just about her, but about you? There's a timeless philosophy that holds the key to mastering this balance. It's a philosophy that focuses on self-control, inner strength, and creating irresistible intrigue. That philosophy is Stoicism. Curious? Stick around, because by the end of this video, not only will you know how to make her miss you, but you'll understand why it works on a much deeper level. Hey, I'm here to help you develop a Stoic mindset that will not only elevate your relationships with women, but also give you control over your dating life. If you're ready to level up, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Part 1: The power of detachment. First, let's talk about something you absolutely shouldn't do. Stop being the backup plan. A big mistake a lot of guys make is acting like a safety net. They send text messages like, "Hey, how's it going?" hoping that'll keep them in her thoughts. But spoiler alert, it doesn't work. What you're really doing is putting yourself in the fallback zone. When she sees you as plan B, she won't fully respect or desire you. You become the guy she turns to when her other plans fall through. Let's be real, nobody wants to be that guy. Another common mistake is being way too obvious. A lot of guys try to revive old memories, saying things like, "Remember that amazing time we had," thinking that it'll spark her feelings again. But in reality, this can come off as manipulative, like a cheesy movie where the director is obviously trying to make you cry. You resist it because it feels forced. So if trying too hard doesn't work, then what does? Here's where it gets interesting. The secret lies in the art of detachment, which is a core principle of Stoicism. The idea is simple. When you stop clinging to outcomes and start valuing yourself first, everything changes. It's not about ignoring her or playing hard to get. It's about creating a vibe so grounded and confident that she can't help but wonder what makes you so different. Here's the twist. One of the most powerful ways to make her miss you is by setting the tone from the very beginning. This isn't something you wait to do when she's pulling away. It's about establishing a connection so strong yet effortlessly detached that she can't stop thinking about you, even when you're not around. Want to know how to create that magnetic pull? Stick around, because the secret might just surprise you. Let me tell you a little secret. It's all about creating emotional triggers. Those small, subtle things that sneak into her mind and remind her of you when she least expects it. Think of it as planting a memory seed that later blooms into something powerful. One super simple way to do this is through scent memory. Our sense of smell is incredibly powerful when it comes to memories. If you wear a signature cologne that's tied to you, it becomes associated with your presence. The next time she smells that scent, whether on someone else or just passing by, it'll instantly bring you to mind. Here's the trick though, pick a scent that's unique but not so rare that she never smells it again, and not so popular that every guy is wearing it. That way, when she catches a whiff somewhere, it creates a connection her brain can't ignore. Another brilliant move: inside jokes. Create little moments that only the two of you share. Funny jokes, random nicknames, or silly references. These become like private treasures no one else understands. So when something reminds her of those moments, it'll hit her hard. She'll remember not just the joke, but also the way you made her feel, and that's something no one else can replicate. Now, here's where the principles of Stoicism come into play. The Stoics believed in leaving a lasting impact through meaningful actions, not grand gestures. By focusing on subtle but intentional ways to create these emotional triggers, you're channeling that same idea. You're showing that influence doesn't come from trying too hard or overwhelming someone, but from planting small, meaningful moments that linger long after you've stepped away. Timing is everything. These moves need to happen early on while you're still in her life. If she's already pulled away, it might be too late to turn things around. But if she's still in the picture, even casually, you have time. Even something as simple as changing your cologne can spark a reaction. It's all about being intentional. Plan ahead, and you'll always have the upper hand. Part 2: Transform into the new you. Remember, the Stoics taught us to master the things within our control. By creating these subtle yet powerful connections, you're shaping the way she remembers you calmly, confidently, and without needing to chase her attention. And here's a powerful truth: knowing when to walk away matters just as much as knowing what to say. So many guys think that sticking around longer will build a stronger connection. But that's not how it works. The real magic happens when you leave her wanting more. Picture this: you reconnect with someone who started pulling away, or maybe your ex finally replies to your messages. Things are clicking, the conversation is flowing, and the spark is back. It's going great, but then what do most guys do? They panic. They cling to the moment for dear life, thinking, if I just keep this going, she'll feel even closer to me, and that's when things start to go downhill. Here's the hard truth: sticking around too long is a surefire way to ruin it. Instead of leaving her wanting more, you start coming off as needy. What happens next? Your value takes a nosedive. Let me break it down for you. Think of it like climbing a hill. The vibe is great, the chemistry is building, and you're at the peak. But if you stick around past that high point, you're not climbing anymore. You're sliding downhill. Suddenly she starts picking up on little hints of desperation. And then it hits rock bottom when you say something like, "Why can't we just give this another shot?" Boom. Attraction is gone. So what's the move? Learn to leave on a high note. When everything is clicking, that's your moment to step away. Don't drag it out. Be the one who decides when the conversation or hangout ends, even if she's the one who started it. Wrap it up while the energy is still fun and exciting. Why? Because if she feels like she didn't get enough, she'll be left wanting more. That little bit of mystery keeps you on her mind, but the second she gets her full fix, you lose the upper hand. This isn't complicated, but it's easy to mess up. Knowing when to leave can be the difference between her obsessing over when she'll hear from you again, or slowly forgetting you. Leave while you're ahead. Let her crave that next moment with you. That's how you stay unforgettable. Part 3: The magic of mystery. Let's get real for a second. Stalking someone, especially on social media, is one of the quickest ways to ruin your chances with any woman. And it's not just about avoiding being that creepy guy, it's about saving your own sanity. Trust me, obsessing over her every move will do nothing but drive you straight into an emotional meltdown. Here's why: the moment you start scrolling through her posts, you're walking into a mental minefield. You see her smiling in a picture with some random guy, and your brain instantly goes into overdrive. Who is he? Are they dating? Is that her new boyfriend? You'll turn something meaningless into a full-blown drama in your head, and before you know it, you're spiraling. Now ask yourself, is that kind of emotional chaos really worth it? Spoiler alert, it's not. If you're trying to play it cool and reconnect with her, this is the last thing you need. But there's more to it than just wrecking your mindset. Stalking also makes it impossible to hide how much attention you're giving her. When you know every little detail about her life, like where she went last weekend or who she's hanging out with, you'll eventually slip up. You'll casually mention something like, "So how was that concert?" Thinking you're being smooth. But instead of being impressed, she'll think, "Wait, how does he even know I was there?" And just like that, you've exposed yourself. Game over. Then there's the social media interaction itself, liking all her posts, constantly commenting. It doesn't make you look confident or cool. What it really does is scream, "I'm always here, waiting for you to notice me." You're not standing out, you're solidifying your spot as the backup guy, the one she knows will always be around, but never the one she truly desires. So what's the move? Detach. Stop obsessing over what she's doing, who she's seeing, and where she's posting. Live your life without constantly checking in on her. This doesn't mean completely ghosting or being rude, it's about giving her the space to miss you. You'll create so much more intrigue when she has no idea what you're up to. And by taking control of your emotions and actions, you're showing her that your value doesn't depend on her approval or attention. Conclusion: the Stoic belief to making her miss you. By now, you should see that making her miss you isn't about playing games or creating drama. It's about being grounded in your own self-worth and letting her experience your presence through subtle, lasting memories. The more you focus on being your best self, the more she'll find herself drawn to you without even realizing why. Remember, the Stoics taught that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control our own. If you can master the art of detachment and know when to make your exit, you'll always leave her wanting more. When you add the perfect mix of mystery, emotional triggers, and self-respect, you'll create a magnetic pull that will make her miss you every time. If you found these psychological tricks helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on relationships, psychology, and self-improvement. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this with your friends who might also benefit from these tips. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay tuned for more.